Have you ever noticed that some people just seem to always be happy? They walk around with a smile on their face, they're optimistic, they don't really seem to have a lot of things that bother them, or at least that they tell you about. My name's Rachel, and I'm going to talk to you today about 3 ways that you can change your behavior to create more happiness in your life. But notice that I said change your behavior because if you're sitting there right now not happy with your life or wishing that you had more happiness in your life, it probably means that you're doing something right now that is leading to that kind of lifestyle. So, in order to improve or change, it means that you're going to have to make some behavior changes. So, if you want to be more happy, you also have to be willing to create some changes in your life. And sometimes those things are uncomfortable. However, you're more powerful than you think, and you can do anything that you set your mind to. So, first, stop blaming others for your behavior. Sometimes we do or say things and we like to blame other people. We like to point fingers at the reasons why we're doing this because someone said this or someone did this. Once you can take accountability for your own actions, then you become a lot more self-aware. And the more self-aware you are, the more focused you can be on the things that you need to do for yourself, not worrying about what other people are doing or how other people are influencing your life. The second way that you can improve happiness in your life is surrounding yourself with a circle of people that make you feel good. You have to be careful because there is a difference between the way you feel about somebody and the way somebody makes you feel. And although this is true of any kind of relationship, an example of this is easier explained. We're talking about like romantic relationships. You might have a lot of good things to say about somebody. You might feel really great about somebody. You may say, what a wonderful person they are. They have a great job. They've got a great circle of, they have a great circle of friends. They have a great personality. You might be able to list all kinds of great things about this person. But when it comes to how that person makes you feel, it might be a very different scenario. So, if that person makes you feel like you're always waiting to hear from them, or if that person makes you feel different in front of a group of people versus one on one, if that person makes you feel insecure, if that person makes you feel unsure, those are feelings that don't match. Those are the people that, although you might have great feelings about them, the way they make you feel isn't good. And so when you really reflect on that, when you really focus on how others make you feel, when you surround yourself with a circle of people that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel secure, that make you feel wanted, that make you feel important, then your happiness increases. And finally, number 3, in an experiment that was done in Harvard, there was a test group and a control group. Be the most generous person that you know. When you give, science shows time and time and time again that when you give, you feel better, you feel happier. And the control group was given an amount of money, either $5 or $20, and told to spend it on themselves. And the test group was given an amount of money, either $5 or $20, and told that they needed to spend it on somebody else. And at the end of the experiment, the question was asked for them to rate their happiness or rank their happiness. And the people who spent money on other people ranked themselves higher in happiness than the people who spent the money on themselves, no matter the amount. So it didn't matter if you had the $5 or the $20. What mattered was higher happiness ratings equated to giving, to using the money for somebody else, whether it was $5 or $20. That's an impressive study. And that study has been done over and over and over again. And it found the same results. And interestingly, Those results were also found when they did a study across all kinds of countries, 136 countries, whether they were poor or rich countries. 120 of the 136 countries found that people who gave the money or gave something that they bought with the money to other people, those people rated themselves consistently higher in happiness. Even if they had claimed in a previous study the year before that they didn't have enough money to put food on their own table, those people still ranked a higher happiness when they gave money away, when they gave something away with the money that they were given. All that aside, generosity is generosity. So even if you don't have the money to give somebody or to be generous with, be generous with your time, be generous with your compliments, be generous with things that aren't of monetary value. Whatever the generosity is, it's really just giving. And even though we often equate the giving to money, it doesn't have to be that way. And there you have it. There are 3 ways that you can invite more happiness into your life. You're going to first stop blaming other people for the way that you're acting and figure out how you can be accountable to changing your own behaviors. You're secondly going to surround your circle with people who make you feel good, people who lift you up, people who make you feel important. And third, you're going to be more generous with money or time, compliments, anything. Just give. But remember, the way that you're really going to make this work is by changing your behaviors. So you might have to think about ways that you can be more generous and really focus on what am I going to do today to show generosity. You might have to think about how you're going to surround yourself with those important people and what are you going to do about the people who don't make you feel good, because removing people from your circle isn't an easy change to make. And becoming more accountable to your own actions is also a behavior change. These things aren't easy. These things are not going to change overnight. These are 3 ways that you can begin to commit to leading a happier life. Even though these things might take a little time and commitment, just remember, you're more powerful than you think.